So a number of people, in response to the docu-series about the British National Party, raised an interesting question about is the BNP still active? And they point to its website. Well, my own experience of dealing with it is that the website is not accessible, bnp.org.uk, unless one uses a VPN. In fact, I can't access it unless I use a VPN. Nothing comes up at all, just a security protocol basically, diagnostics system network message. So I just wondered what other people were experiencing. Is anyone else out there having to use a VPN to access the bnp.org.uk website? But in truth, it's an empty shell, the organisation. It exists in name only. There's no point arcing back to some bygone era, which wasn't all that long ago in actual fact, thinking that the BNP can rise from the dead, so to speak, and be resurrected and come back and save us. It's not going to happen. It's an empty shell. In fact, it is just a shell organisation. It exists simply to collect bequests. As far as I'm aware, it is a will-chasing organisation. And Matthew Walker has done absolutely nothing with it other than collect bequests. Is, you know, arguably the worst leader of the British National Party. In fact, a non-existent leader, because the BNP under Walker simply does not exist. It is just a will-chasing front. So I would urge people to go away and try and access bnp.org.uk without a VPN and see if you actually can bring up the page. I can't do it at all on any of my devices, in actual fact, without a VPN. So if you can do it without a VPN, I'd be very interested to know about that. But quite frankly, I mean, look, the BNP is gone. And if people are simply saying, well, its website is still there, so therefore it must exist, well, it doesn't really. Website or not, VPN access or not, the website in itself doesn't really prove anything. It simply proves that it's there as a semi-shadow front for an organisation that has just given up the battle completely to focus on chasing up wills. And I can't say it often enough. My advice is to, to concentrate on finding a new British Nationalist Party, like the Homeland Party, preferably, or if you can't do that, the British Democrats, whichever you prefer. But yeah, certainly. I hope that answered your question. I'm certainly not going to make a lengthy video about it because I don't really see any need. But I've checked again 3 times today without using a VPN, and each time couldn't access the website, and activated the VPN, and each time was able to access the website. But there's nothing new there of any description, quite frankly. It's just a little bit of titillating information. It is a dormant organisation. I dread to think how many members it's got, probably 1 or 2. Perhaps, maybe Matt Walker is the only member of it left, who knows, quite frankly. Just keep the wool chasing front going. I mean, in many ways, to be perfectly honest with you, what the BNP became is pretty much, to my mind, worse than Tommy Robinson, the notorious grifter. And in fact, I'll be making a video about Tommy later and his latest grifting operation. In fact, is it his latest one, or is it just one continuous thread of grifting? But that's all the BNP is doing right now. It's just a grift. It's meaningless. Forget it, move on. But first of all, by all means, like I said, go and check out, see if you can access it with or without a VPN, and get back to me. I'd be very interested to know. Thank you very much.